Welcome back, sports fans, to Buzzer Beater. As you know, I am your host, Dylan Morgan, with my colleagues, Dom Taylor, Cooper Husky. Sadly, we're going to be bringing you the last episode of the season.
Yeah,
but
it's been a fun season.
It's been a fun season.
It has been.
But there are great things to come. Next semester, we will have a brand new set. We will have new equipment to bring you the best content we can possibly bring you. So this week we're going to be talking about NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and a special little segment about the Kentucky Derby coming up in about 2 weekends now.
2 weekends,
yeah. 2 weekends.
And the weekend after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make sure to stay tuned and get ready for some sports talk. Alright guys, as we said, this week we are going to be starting off with the NBA playoffs. Got some pretty interesting stuff going on. I think we kind of saw what was going to happen, and we called it a couple of shows ago. I think we're all pretty spot on, except for your terrible take about the Magic.
Hey, when you're a fan, you make some terrible takes.
It's true. Up until late April, I still thought the Dallas Mavericks were going to make it in the playoffs, and we had been eliminated in like March. So
it's the point of being a fan. You know, you gotta make outrageous takes,
exactly,
so that you can feel proud of your team.
I feel the same way about the Kings. I mean, of course, we got.
You got a shot though.
Yes, we did. But we were teetering at 500 for about a month. So it is what it is. It's all good.
So as we know, the Bucks and the Celtics sweep their respective series, and Philly and Toronto move on as well. They will be matching up in the Eastern Conference semifinals. And we also got the Warriors and Rockets, who met in the conference finals last year. They're on the brink of moving on. They're both 3-1 in their respective series. They both play tonight, I believe, Wednesday, April 24th. And then the Spurs are on the ropes against the Nuggets, which for a moment people thought the Spurs might take this series, but they're on the ropes right now. They're down 3-2 in the series. They play again April 25th, I believe. And so as we said, I think we're all on track. But let's talk about the man of the night, Damian Lillard.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Incredible.
All I can say is wow.
Can't say enough about it. Yeah.
If you didn't see it, you need to get out of your rock and just go on Twitter for like 10 minutes. The memes that have come afterwards are beautiful. I love it. And if you don't know, Damian Lillard, the Trailblazers shocked the Thunder last night. Damian Lillard dropped 50 points, including a game-winning three from pretty much half court.
From downtown.
From way. He was in a different area code.
I believe it was. He was 37 feet. 37.
See,
that's where you got to put a stamp on that ball if you want to send it to the basket.
And after the game, he said, it felt comfortable. It felt like a comfortable range.
I can barely make a basket from 3.7 feet. So
and
incredible.
It was awesome. There was a lot of back and forth banter throughout that series. The beef that Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook have personally, they were bumping heads the entire time. Damian Lillard obviously got the last laugh as he also waved the Thunder away, and they went home. So, as we're looking forward in this playoffs, we'll go ahead and just stay on the East since that's pretty much set right now. Who do you guys see moving on in this Milwaukee-Boston series?
That's a tough series. That's going to be a really good, I'm guessing, 7-game series that just gives you some great highlights, some great drama, great banter between players. I think I see Boston taking this in 7 games.
Boston?
I see Boston.
Nice. Yeah. What are you thinking?
I'm sticking with the Bucks.
Bucks?
Yeah, I think Can't beat Giannis. I think they're just playing incredible ball right now.
Yeah.
Boston's great, don't get me wrong, but I think 1 and 4 seed. I know they both sweep their respective teams. I still think the Bucks have it, and I'm gonna stick with Milwaukee.
Yeah, I gotta go with you. I gotta go with the Greek Freak. I think it'll go 7 games for sure. I think it'll be a great series, a crazy series. Be a lot of highlights, as you said. I do see Milwaukee moving on though. Now let's move on to the other side of that. We got Philly and Toronto. They will be matching up. Who you guys got moving on in this one?
See Toronto winning this series. They looked solid except for Game 1 against Orlando when they gave up a game-winning 3.
So it was a fluke, I think.
It was a fluke, yeah. I think they should have swept Orlando, unfortunately. But I see Toronto taking this kind of semi-easily.
What do you think about Philly?
It's actually great. We didn't even coordinate this, but we're actually complete opposites in both games. Yeah, I have Philly upsetting Toronto. I see it happening. I think.
As we talked about, do you see the Drake curse still climbing?
Oh yeah,
dude, Toronto.
Yes.
Not to spoil anything later in the show, but Toronto lost their series against Boston.
In the NHL.
In the NHL.
So Drake just has the raps left.
He does.
Look, disclaimer, I believe in the Drake curse 150%, but I think the Raptors will get to like the Eastern Conference Finals before they let our man Drake down.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now let's go on the other side. I think we all have Golden State and Houston meeting up. If they didn't meet up, there's a lot more 3-1 memes to come out because that'll be terrible. But as we said, I think we both got them moving on. Who do we got moving on in this one right here?
It really is hard to bet against the Warriors. Like it's one of the hardest things to do in sports right now. So I'm taking Golden State. Again, I think this is going to be another 7-game, hard-fought series, but
it'll be interesting.
I see Golden State taking it.
I'm sticking to my prediction that I made last show.
I was about to say earlier.
I said last show that I believe the Rockets would upset the Warriors. I didn't think that they would be going that far. This is coming from a guy who lives about 2 hours away from where the Warriors play. That's where I originate from. I have Houston moving on to the conference finals. Big upset there. I think 7 games. It'll probably be very hard fought, but that's my my upset take for this bracket here.
Dom Taylor just contradicting with me on everything.
What are we gonna do? It's a skipping Shannon right here.
Yeah.
We can't regurgitate what we say. You're Skip?
I'm Skip. Yeah.
Good.
I'm sorry.
I don't like Skip.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I'll be Skip.
Jeez.
As a Cowboys fan, we don't associate with him whatsoever.
I'll be Skip. In the commercials, he's the first in the studio anyway, so.
All right, guys, let's move on to the Portland series. Now we know Portland moving on. Who do you guys, seeing win this Denver series and then winning this next series against Portland?
I see San Antonio sticking it out, beating Denver.
Going 7 games.
Going 7 games, pushing it, winning, and matching up against Portland. But the Trailblazers really impressed me against the Thunder this past series, and I see them meeting Golden State in the Western Conference Finals.
I've got Denver winning this series. San Antonio had a 2-1 lead.
Once again,
we're
not on the same frequency today.
No, we did not plan this out whatsoever. It's just
No, it
different
isn't.
wavelengths. San Antonio, they were 2-1. They were up 2-1 on the Nuggets. I don't see them closing that anytime soon. I think Denver's about to take the series. They've got all the momentum. Now, when they meet Portland, I think Portland has so much juice behind them right now. I think they're going to destroy them.
All right.
And they have had to fight a ton to win this series. I think they're going to be tired when they get to Portland. Portland's going to be ready, and I definitely have Portland moving on.
There we go.
Our we first actually agree on that? There we go. Good job.
Thank you, Portland, for bringing this friendship back
together. Where friendships are made.
Yes.
Now, guys, let's move on to the rink, and let's move on to the NHL Playoffs. As we know, for the first time since 2016, the Dallas Stars.
He's a Bruins fan.
No.
Can you tell? He's a Bruins fan.
No Bruins fans
He's definitely
are
not a Stars
allowed
fan.
on this show. No Boston fans in general, except for you, are allowed on on this show.
Red Sox, just to
That's true.
Just that whole city.
So Dallas and the Blues will match up in the second round. Colorado upsetting Calgary.
Just totally ruined my bracket.
Yeah.
Calgary winning the West.
Yep.
That's,
And then San Jose. Once again,
beat Vegas.
April 23rd was an amazing day for sports. We had the crazy game winner in Portland, and then San Jose completed the comeback. They were down 3-1 in the series. They were down 3-0 in the third period. Then there was a 5-minute major called on Vegas, and San Jose scored 4 goals in 5 minutes.
Push it to overtime.
Then
Win 5-4 in overtime.
Vegas scores the game, tied up, going to overtime. Then San Jose closes the casket on Vegas, moves on. Once again, let the 3-1 memes begin.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Let them begin. And I'm just so glad to see Vegas lose. That was just a personal problem with me last year was here comes this new team and they're like, oh, guess we made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. What is hard work? I don't know. And just Vegas irked me so much last year. So to see them with a first round exit, and maybe it's because the Lightning had their first round exit too, that I'm just... So it's great to see Vegas lose in the first round.
And then on the other side of the bracket in the East, the Blue Jackets and Bruins move on.
Yeah.
Sorry, Coop.
Hey, we went out making history.
Yes.
No President's Trophy winner has ever been swept in the first round. So there is a banner.
Even in death.
Even in death.
The Islanders beat the Penguins, and the Washington Capitals are in a little trouble against Carolina. They're going to Game 7 on the 24th of April, and that'll be an interesting one.
Let's see if those bunch of jerks can pull it out against
Yeah,
Washington.
Just defending
This is
champs.
where you get heated. This is where you get very...
No, that's their nickname.
That's
That's their nickname. is a
Another
bunch of jerks.
sports commentator called Carolina a bunch of jerks because of their post-game celebrations.
You learn something new every day.
Yes,
but also,
you do.
this is still where you get very...
Yes, I do get heated when it comes to the NHL.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
So-
but bunch of jerks is their nickname, and they have totally embraced it. They sell shirts
That's
now.
great. Yeah.
It's their Twitter page.
Yeah.
So
Go
Jerks.
Okay, let's move on to the picks. Who do we see? I want to start off with this Boston Blue Jackets
all right.
series. Who do we see? Let's quickly pick who do we see winning these ones.
I see Boston winning. They're more experienced in the playoffs. Columbus just won their first series a week ago against the Lightning. So yeah, they're going to have momentum. But it's been a week, so it's kind of died down. They didn't expect Boston-Toronto to have another 7-game series. And they've just had a week to practice, yes, but also to rest and have that momentum die down. Boston's coming back from a victorious 7-game series where they defeated Toronto once again in 7 games. So I see Boston winning this series.
Boston.
I'm there again. I'm there as well. Yeah, we agree on this.
We agree.
I see Boston moving on as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
I think we're all in unison for that one. Now we don't know who's going to win this Capitals series. I see the Capitals pulling it out. I have a lot of faith in Ovi.
Yeah, I see the Caps.
That dude, he knows how to get it done in crunch time. I see the Caps. I think we all see the Caps.
Yeah, I see the Cap. It's just this is almost like a coin flip game. I mean, they traded 2 games.
Yeah.
It was 2, and then 2 was tied, and then the Capitals got one, the Hurricanes got one. It's so evenly matched here, but I just think.
I think this is
Plus
where
the Caps-
home ice will play advantage.
Yeah, I was about to say, plus the Caps are at home.
Anything's going to give somebody an
in the
advantage.
Verizon Center.
It is a very tough
Yeah.
tough arena to play in when you're the visiting team.
So Caps, Islanders. Who do we see?
That's an interesting series.
I see the Islanders because I think
Yeah.
Barry Trotz,
Yes.
former Caps head
He won
coach,
the Stanley Cup
he won the
last year.
Stanley Cup with them last year. I just think he's got their number. I think this is a great Islanders team. They've surprised a lot of people. A big sweep in the first round against the Penguins.
Big sweep.
So I see the Islanders moving on.
That's where I have to disagree with you. The Islanders were first in the Metro in the middle of the season, but then kind of died down and lost some key games against the Caps. And I feel like that's going to happen in this series. I feel like it will be a great series, 6-7 games, but I see Washington pulling it out.
Okay. Now let's move on to the San Jose, Colorado series.
San Jose, Colorado.
I actually see, with how that series ended for San Jose, I see San Jose pulling it out. That is a great series to, like, momentum-wise, with all they went through in that series. If down 3-1, to even keep fighting, they had to win that double overtime game. Then they had to win another overtime game just to win the entire series, down 3-0 in the fourth period. I see San Jose riding a big wave of momentum into this game. I see San Jose moving on.
I see San Jose moving on too.
Yep.
And no pun intended on big wave as they're the Sharks.
Yes.
Yes.
Complete bias.
Complete
Because
bias.
Sharks are the local team where I live. They had a lot of success the last few years. I'll pull for it.
I think Colorado will give them some trouble.
Of course, yeah.
I think they go 6-7.
Because Colorado, let's not underestimate Colorado. They just beat the best team in the West in Calgary.
4-1 too.
4-1 too. They did what Columbus did to us, the Lightning. So I think Colorado is going to make it hard for San Jose, but I see San Jose pulling it.
Now, lastly, I wanted to end with this.
Yes.
That's my Stars, but Stars, Blue Jackets, whoever you pick, you won't
Blues.
hurt my feelings whatsoever.
Blues.
I mean Blues. The Blues. My bad. Excuse me. Stars, Blues. I promise, whoever you pick, I'll fight you once the camera's off.
Yes.
But who do you guys see in moving on?
The Blues are the biggest choke team in the NHL.
That's what
history.
I like to hear. We won the season series.
I think they had a 30-year stretch where they would make it to the second or third round and would lose. My uncle who lives in St. Louis said he would trade 3 or 4 World Series wins for the Cardinals for one Blues Stanley Cup. And I think that streak stays this year. I see Dallas beating St. Louis.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Dallas.
Go Stars.
Go Stars. What are we thinking?
I gotta go Stars too.
Let's go.
I
We
gotta
are
go
all on the train.
I mean, just with the way they were playing, I
Love
think,
it.
I thought it was pretty impressive how they handled Nashville. And you know what? Okay, ride the wave, take it into the next series.
Let's go.
Yeah, I got the Stars.
Hopefully we have a Stars San Jose Western Conference Finals.
That would be great.
That'd be great.
That'd be interesting.
We'd have to fight each other for a
Yeah,
while.
we might have to watch in different rooms or
Yes,
something. Just
Well, we'll be at home when that happens. So
Yeah, you'll be watching on 2 different parts of the country.
Okay, I'll FaceTime you.
Okay.
And then
we'll talk trash that.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. Perfect.
Makes sense. So now let's move on to the funniest part of our show.
Yes.
Hands down, we are going to move on to the Kentucky Derby. And this is no serious takes in here. This is just, if you are a serious horse racing fan, leave the room. Because we're just going to make a mockery of your sport for a second.
If you are a hardcore horse racing fan, please let us know in the comments because I would like to hear your takes on what to watch for in a race, how to pick a horse.
Yeah.
Please talk to us. That is a sport I would like to learn more
And
about.
I'm sorry for your wallet and your significant other because you're probably losing money like crazy.
It's
I mean,
true.
This is not,
But let's go over the top 20 racers for the Kentucky Derby coming not this weekend, but the following weekend of May 3rd, I believe.
May 4th.
May
is
4th,
the Saturday.
Yep. So first we got Tacitus, Omaha Beach.
It's Tacitus.
Tacitus?
I think so, yeah.
Tacitus.
I believe it's Latin for thumbtack.
You're probably right.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
I think the Germans named it after. If you know that reference, I'm just going to stop it there. But then we got Vacoma, Plus K Parfait, Roadster, by my standards, Maximum Security, Game Winner, Code of Honor, Hakal, Improbable, War of Will, Long Range Toddy, Tax, Cutting Humor, Win, Country House, Gray Magician, Spin-Off, and Master Fencer. Now guys, this is a blind pick. We are going to give our pick based on the best name that we have in this top 20.
Yes.
Coop, go ahead, pick yours.
Solely on the names? Maximum Security! It's time to lock down the Kentucky Derby! Let's go!
Dom, who you got? What do you got, Dom? I know that's hard to like follow up.
You could scrap the whole thing. There's no point. I tell you what. Plus K parfait, because parfaits have got to be the most delicious thing on the whole damn planet, and I think that that's the Shrek reference, by the way.
Yes.
And you know what? If you're referenced in a Shrek movie, then I automatically think that you should have all the reasons to win in the world. So we're going to go plus K parfait, 104 points right now. I'm betting on that. My entire year's savings. I just have a great feeling about that. You know, if a parfait is in your name, then you're
It's
destined to
true.
win.
Do you think he's going to be an all-star?
Hey now,
Hey now,
you're an all-star,
Hey.
right?
get your game on.
Smash Mouth. That's a great name for a horse.
That is Smash Mouth.
I like that.
That's a great band.
It's true.
Smash Mouth had some bangers.
Well, they had like 2.
Hold on. All-star.
All right, we're not going to
This
get
is
into this.
a sports show. This is
Okay.
sports
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, my pick is Gray Magician because when you're watching this race, now you see him, now you don't. He's gonna finish in first,
A
man.
third movie reference.
Dude, we're on fire today.
We are.
But thank you, fans, for staying with us all season. As I said before, this will be our last episode of the season. Be sure to just keep rewatching over the summer. Like I said, we will be back next semester in August. Brand new set, same great content. Just we'll keep bringing it to you week in, week out. You guys have any closing things for the season?
Just thank you. And we're
Thank you
gonna-
for being a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
What we got, 25 subscribers?
25 subscribers for the first 5 weeks of the show.
I'd
That's
say
great.
That's pretty good.
That's great. We
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
Make sure
you.
to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and get ready for next season because we got some things in store for y'all that are going to be a treat, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Mhm.
But
We're only improving every
yeah.
week. That's
well,
our
yeah,
goal.
We'll
So.
see you guys in a couple months, and thank you for watching once again.
Thank you.
This is
Yeah.
Buzzer Reader.
Bye.